Well,
Yes.
why don't you, I'm going to set these out. You pick out the ones that we were having to think about extra hard. Was that one of them? So set it over there if it was. And that one. They might be right all on top. Was that one of them? I think it was.
Pink.
Is this one? Put it in this pile. You know what that is? Put it in that pile.
I know.
And what is that?
3.
All right, what's this?
4.
Awesome. And what's this?
5.
And you automatically know that one? So we don't need to practice it with those?
No. And we have 1, 2, 3.
And you sure you know this one?
Yes.
Okay. Just check. All right. So out of those, we are going to try to build some patterns on it. So we're going off the ranch today. We're doing something totally different. It's not even in the book about things I'm supposed to do with you. Who is that? I should know him.
Carter number.
Carter, that's right. Is he in your class?
Yes.
My first student was,
There's someone still here. And
well, he's waiting for Mr. Gregory is what I think he's doing.
he likes to go there every day with me
Yep, and that helps him too.
to calm down.
Well, it helps him calm down, and it also helps him talk so people can understand him better, because he talks really fast sometimes. All right, with these dots, let me see, yeah, and I think the red ones will be just fine. Now, what we're going to try that's a little bit different is I want you to look at this one, put it whatever direction makes sense to you, and then I want you to make that pattern here and count the dots while you make that pattern. Okay? So do it on here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, now look at that very carefully. I want you on this one, yep, to make some groups with these counters. So make me some groups, but spread them apart so we can see the groups. So that. Okay, does that help you understand that that is 6? How come?
So I know
What are these groups of? What number?
6.
That's a 6 total. But
Ones.
what are the groups? They're in groups of
Ones.
ones. I need you to do groups of 2 now. Do groups of 2. Okay. And so there are how many groups of 2? How many groups of 2 are there? Count them for me. 1, 2,
3.
3 groups of 2. Okay. Now make groups of 3. And how many is that altogether?
1, 2,
2 groups of 3. And now how many counters altogether?
6.
Is there a card that matches that pattern in there? What you think? Well, the dots might be a little upside down or whatever, but so when we took this pattern and broke it up into groups of 3, it became what?
6.
that pattern. It's the same number of dots all together, right? How many is on this card? How many dots?
6.
And how many dots on this card?
6.
Okay, but this one has 2 groups of 3. But we started out with what? We started out with a group of 4 and a group of 2, right? And then you broke them into 1s. And then we broke them into 2s. And then you broke them into what?
3.
3s. And there were 2 groups of 3, right?
Pink.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very good. Now, I want you to do the same thing with this card. Okay? Take this card and with the counters, make that pattern on here. All right, how many counters altogether?
3 right here and 2 right.
And how many altogether is that? And you count it out loud if you're counting it so I can hear.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now count it over here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Awesome. Now, can you make some different patterns? That was 2 and 3. Can you make a pattern that has a lot of 2s in it? Can you make? Yep.
This one.
And then you have an extra, so just set it over here.
Okay.
Okay? So it's the same as this, right, as far as the number of dots, but there's a group of 2, a group of 2, and an extra one. Did you remember another card like that somewhere?
No. Make 5.
Actually, this is how you saw this card. When I ask you to tell me on this card here,
5.
there's 5 of them, but show me the groups you see.
There's 2 on this side, 2 on this side, and 1 on that side.
Uh-huh.
So that's extra.
Yep. So it's just what you made. So this card and this card are the same number of dots, correct?
Try to make them all stand.
Okay. All right. So how many dots is on that card?
5.
And how many dots is on that card?
5.
Awesome. How many dots is on this card?
6.
And how many dots is on this card?
6.
Okay. Now we're going to do a little scrambling up.
Nine.
I want you to make 6 on your card there, but I want 2 groups of numbers. So first, get your 6 dots. You have 6?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is this.
Okay. Now I want you to make 2 groups of counters on there.
Yeah.
You can make it whatever you want. 2 groups of counters. That's 1 group. Yep. Or spread it apart so I can see the 2 groups. All right. So tell me what the groups are so I know.
2 and 2
Mm-hmm.
together.
So there's
2,
2 and 2
and
and
2.
2. Okay, and now if we slide these together like this, now what two groups do we have?
4,
And how many?
2,
How many does that make? 4 and 2 is how many?
6.
Do you have to count that? You're looking at it, I can't tell. Are you counting it? No? You're just thinking about it? Is that the same as this? It's not? Count the dots on here for me. So it's the same number of dots and counters. Now it looks the same.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
7.
And there's a group of 4 and a group of 2, right? Or 2, 2, and 2. But the amount is the same. Okay? So how many counters are on this yellow card?
6.
And how many dots are on this card?
6.
Okay. Now, move the counters over here.
Stand.
Yeah, it's funny how they do that, isn't it?
Yeah. I've been doing that some
Must
different.
be a little wider or something. All right, I'm gonna
Or
try
it
to.
might be because they stand great on the phone.
That could.
Paper
It might be a
phone.
little, a little spongy to help hold it. All right, here we go. How many?
5,
How many?
6,
How many?
5,
How many?
6.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
Those
I'm
are
gonna try to trick you. Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
I saw 6, 5, 5, 6, 5. I mean 6, 5, 6. I mean 5, 6.
Here we go. Here we go.
6. 4. I mean
Let me flash that one to you again. How many?
5.
And what groups do you see in this one?
2 on that side and 1 on. I mean 2 on this side, 2 on this side, and 1 extra.
Okay. So
So-
I want you to only give me 2 groups. So how many would be in each group? Only make 2 groups. They have to be hooked together though, kind of. So there's 2 there, and then
if I take away this one's part, if I take away this one's partner, it would have your partner.
all right. If I were to look at this and say that there were 2 groups, here would be the groups that I would say. Move your fingers. There's that group there, and this group there of how many? How many's in this group?
2,
And how many's in this group?
3.
Yeah. Like, you're making it really complicated. Don't make it complicated, young lady. Make it easy on yourself. Okay, here we go.
5, 6, 6. I can do it with looking at
I
that.
know. Here we go.
6, 5.
And there's 2 groups in there. There's a group of what? A group of 3 and a group of 2. Awesome.